Hello students, let us orient ourselves regarding ASSET 2020 to 21. Let us first find out what is ASSET and go through it and look at all the aspects that we may come across during the ASSET examination. What is ASSET? ASSET stands for Assessment of Scholastic Skills through Educational Testing. ASSET. Wait, but why? It measures how well the skills and concepts underlying the school syllabus has been understood by the student. Allows students to know where they stand and pinpoint the areas of strength and weaknesses. Benchmarks the students' performance against peers all over the country. What are the benefits? Benefits out of this select group of eligible students, the most academically advanced scholars appear for the ASSET Talent Search Test. Based on their test scores, students get access to a multitude of opportunities like students performing in the top 15% get access to scholarships of up to 25% to participate in ASSET programs for gifted students. Students performing in the top 20% get access to ASSET residential and day scholar programs designed for gifted students. And then students performing in the top 10 to 15% get access to exclusive academic programs conducted by prestigious universities in the US. Subjects, in which subjects it is conducted? As it is conducted in maths, science, and English. Let us proceed. Testing window and timings. Testing window is between 14th of February till the 16th of February. Exam duration, it is for 45 minutes to 70 minutes, depends on the subject. And roughly 1 hour duration, 60 minutes will be shown on screen. And at the end of the duration, the test will get submitted automatically. Guidelines for taking ASSET. The guidelines were the students were guided. There's one demo present on the channel. The students can go through the demo. Choose the option Take Test on the home page. The first option, that is Take Test. Enter the test code provided by the administrator on the day of the examination and click on Next. That day, on the day of the examination, certain 4 to 5 digit numbers will be given to you. You have to type those digits in the code space over here, the text box. And then you have to click on Next. After that, you will be asked to give your student ID. Student ID can be certain letters, certain numbers, and that will be given to you by the teacher, or it will be your student ID, which is used by you during the school hours. For example, if you are in this school, the school initial and the student roll number will be given to you. The details of the student will be shown. In case of any mistake in the details, inform the invigilator and click confirm and proceed the test. That means in case if there's any error, for example, name is Eva Jojo, and you suppose your spelling has got double O and it is wrong over there. You want to tell your teacher, the best is to tell the invigilator that there's some error, type that in the chat, let your invigilator know, and you immediately confirm it. Suppose there's an error in your date of birth, it is wrong over here. Then immediately tell your invigilator, type it in the chat that that month is showing in the day's place, days is showing in the month's place, or whatever is the type of error. Then confirm immediately and proceed to the test. Do not wait. Your IT team and school will rectify that error. Read the instructions mentioned very clearly. The test consists of, say, 20, 35 questions. Time available is 50 minutes. This is how the test guidelines will be given when you log in. Suppose, for example, you've logged in for English, you've logged in for maths, you've logged in for science, the instructions will differ. So you need to read these instructions very carefully. Do not skip this and just go on clicking start test. You need to read this carefully. You will score 1 point for each correctly answered question, no points will be deducted for wrong answers. You can see the time remaining on the top of the page. After selecting an answer, go to the next question by clicking on next question. You may jump to any question simply by clicking that question number on the left side of the bar. You can change your answers too. If you are unsure that an answer you want to come back to the question later, you may click on mark the question. A marked question will be highlighted in orange. It will be on the side, on the right side top place mark. So that in the left bar, it will become orange in color. Click end test when you have answered all the questions. Now, a word of caution regarding end test. Please tell your invigilator that you have finished, and your invigilator will tell you whether to submit or to hold on. Begin the test by clicking on start test. Let us proceed. On the top right corner, you can see the total number of questions left and the timer. Now you can see that this time left. For example, I have already begun my test, and my test was, say, for example, 60 minutes, and this is showing 50 minutes. So this means 50 minutes are left. These many more minutes to go. And on what question I am doing, what question am I doing right now? I am doing the 34th question out of 35 questions. This will show my question number, how many left. That means one question is left for me, and my name will show over here, Eva Jojo. If I don't want to answer this question right now, I want to come back to this question little later, I will click on this mark. So on the left side, which is not of course visible over here, that number, question number will become orange in color. Let us proceed. To left corner, there's a question panel where you can find the number of questions attempted where are marked for review, which are unanswered in the color codes shown. For example, this blue means you have answered it. White means you have not yet answered it. And yellow, if suppose you have clicked on marked and it becomes yellow, it will show marked for review. That means you can come back to it and have a look at it. If you have finished the test and you're very sure that all the answers are correct, then you may inform your invigilator and click on end test. To read a question in full screen, use the enlarge option shown. In case you need to mark a question for review, click on the option mark highlighted on the top right. Now there are two options mentioned over here. In case now this poem is not visible to me full, so I can click on this arrow, double arrow over here. Just say single click over there. This entire page will pop out, and I can read the entire poem carefully. And when I want to go back, I click on the same and I go back, and these questions will be visible to me. Now suppose I have read the question, I've read the options, and I'm not very sure of my answer. What I can do is I can click on mark. That means this question, fourth question, will become orange in color over here instead of the blue. So I can come back to it. I know that I need to reflect on it and review it and then submit. To end the test, click on End Test button as shown and confirm the submission by clicking Yes. Now, when you have finished, you have all these buttons will be showing blue. That means answered. And then you can inform your invigilator and click on End Test. This is End Test. And when you click on End Test, it will show the confirmation that you have not answered 31. You have not answered 31 questions. Are you sure you want to complete the test? Yes. It will show that you have answered 31 questions out of 31 questions. Are you sure you want to complete the test? Yes. And if you are not sure, you can cancel and go back to the test. Once you have submitted, nothing can be done. It is submitted. What is mandatory? Now make a note of it. Attendance is mandatory. There is no retest. This window will open at a certain point and the window will close at a certain point. There is no retest. No one will be able to help you out if you are on any say if you want to apply for a leave on that given date, or the no leave will be accepted, you have to take the test. Make sure you have a stable internet connection once you begin the test. Suppose your internet fails, you have begun the test, the page might expire, you would lose whatever you have attempted. So make sure you have a stable internet connection. Log in on time for the examination. Make sure that the examination time is what is given to you. You log in on time and you report in that. For example, if you're using Microsoft Teams, you need to report to the Microsoft Teams. You need to report in general. If there's a general channel is mentioned, you will be given test code at the given time. You will be given login details and other credentials, what you need to know at the given time. So please make sure that you log it on time. Video should be kept on and audio must be muted. This is very essential because who is appearing for the test? It is being recorded. So you need to be on screen at all times. And audio must be muted. That means the noise in your surroundings should not be visible or should not be audible to others and disturb the test takers. Doubts and queries can be communicated with the invigilator. If you have any issues, you may communicate, but ensure that you are one thing to be cleared at this point, that the invigilator will not have your test paper in front of his or her screen. So if you have some genuine doubt, only then you can ask, but definitely you are allowed to ask the invigilator. Keep the necessary items like pen, pencil, paper needed for calculations ready before the start of the examinations. Especially maths and science papers, you need to do certain calculations. Make sure you have the pen and pencil paper available next to you. No breaks will be provided in between the examination. Since it is being recorded, and if you disappear from your seat, it will be recorded and it might be taken against you. So do not press on the back arrow on the browser. Now, browser means if you're using Chrome, if you're using Explorer, if you're using Microsoft Edge, these are called browsers. The back arrow on the browser should not be used at all. What would happen? Your entire test page will expire, you'll be logged out, and then no one can help you out. So do not press this the back arrow or the front arrow for any reason. You are allowed to use only the buttons within this login for test. Do not close the browser window in between the exam. In case if it got closed due to any technical glitches, immediately inform the invigilator in charge. Now, if you're using the Chrome, Explorer, Microsoft Edge, or any of the explorers or browsers, and it is advisable you should not close. That means you should not use the cross end of your window to close it, and then you think that you can open it again. No, it will not happen. Your paper might not be accessible for you anymore because you have logged in once. So if that happens or accidentally something happens, maybe your device battery gets over and it closes, immediately inform the invigilator at that given moment. More than this cannot be said at this point. Click on resume to resume the test page. Now, in case if something of that has happened, you have informed the invigilator, your IT team has helped you out, you have logged, you have typed the exam code, you have logged into your details, you have typed and you have re-entered. It will show resume test. Click on resume test if you are some after the glitch you are reporting back. Test guidelines video, you have already been taken through the demo for practice. It is advisable that you go through the demo video also, and you go through this video carefully. And if you have any questions, kindly type your questions in the comment box. So we will try our level best to answer your question. All the students from grades 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all are requested to bring their doubts, type it in the comments so that we can address your doubts before the examination. Those students who are new on the channel, kindly click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you receive the notifications of my next upload. And all the students are requested to click on like so that this guidance video or the orientation video for asset gets added up in the list, and you can refer it once more. It is also advisable that all the students take they sit with their parents and go through this orientation, and on the day of the examination also it is advisable that students show this video to their parents, and the parents are well aware because they will be invigilating you and helping you out in case of any issues. Thank you very much for your kind attention.